I have a question that I would like to ask you today. Do you want him or do you want what you can get from him? Do you really want God or do you want what you can get from God? I want you to think about that now. Are you one of those people that you go to God because you always need and want something from God, but you never want to do better by God? And I know at one point in my life, that was me. See, when I truly overlooked my life, I was going to God because I just wanted things from God and I didn't want to do better by God. See, we always going to God saying, God, I want this. I need that. Fix this, God. Fix that, God. But when is the last time that you can say you truly got in the mirror and you said, God, fix me? When can you truly say that you got in the mirror and said, God, make me to break me? When is the last time you could just truly say that you went to God and said, God, I'm going to seek you until I know what my purpose is for your kingdom? When is the last time that you can just truly say that you went to God and said, God, send somebody to me so I can be a blessing to them, so I can witness to them, so I can be a light for them? When is the last time that you can truly say that? See, are you one of those people and you go to God, but you only want something from God and you really think you got a true relationship with God? See, it's a lot of people who say, I pray to God. But praying to God doesn't necessarily mean that you know God. It just means that you make him your genie in a bottle type of God. And every time you go to God, you want something from God. But you never go to God to say, God, what do you want from me? And I was guilty of that. My whole life was, God, I want the man. I want the car. I want to make this money on this job. I want to travel here. I want to go here. It was never, God, what do you need from me? And could that very well be you today? See, could you be one of those people who, I want you to think about it. You say that you pray to God, you have a strong relationship with God, but after you get done praying to God, you can go right back to defiling God. I want you to think about it now. And that was my story. It's easy to go back to when you pray to God. I could go back and sleep with a man who wasn't my husband because you know why? I just wanted something from God. I didn't want God. That's why it's easy after I got done praying to God, I could press play on those pornography DVDs because you know why? I didn't want to do better by God. I wanted something from God. And that could be very well like in your life. After you get done praying to God, you can go back gossiping, talking about people like you never knew God. It's easy for you to go back and cuss somebody out, start up all kind of hell because you know why? You don't really know God and you don't want God. You want what you can get from God. That's why it's so easy. You can sit up there with a straight face and say you pray to God, but then you can turn around and say, I'm not going to forgive him. I'm not going to forgive her. You know why? Because you want something from God. You don't want to do better by God. And today is the day that we got to change that stuff. It's time for us to go to God to do better by God because we don't know when our time is going to be called that we must be judged by God. And I was one of those people. See, I went to church. I heard about God, but I didn't have a relationship with God. And it's a difference between hearing about God and truly having a relationship with God. Today is the day to start seeking God. So you can go to God and know that you have to do better by God. Because see, you can pray to God all day. But if you get done praying to God and you still go live outside the will of God, you will not see God. You must remember that. You can pray to God all day. But after you get done praying to God and then you think you can go back and live outside the will of God, my friend, you will not see God. Let's start seeking God and going to be remade new by God. We have to be transformed only by God. Your mama can't do it. Daddy can't do it. Friends can't do it. A pastor can't do it. A psychiatrist can't do it. Pills, alcohol, drugs can't do it. A man can't do it. Nobody can do it but God. You must surrender to God and start seeking God to have a true relationship with God. Because yes, we go to God. And yes, we pray to God. Because we know all our source of help come from God. But are you just going to God because you want something from him, but you don't want to do better by him? When is the last time you can truly say that you went to God and said, God, what can I do for your kingdom? Who do you need me to uplift for your kingdom? Who do you need me to be a financial blessing for your kingdom? Or is everything about you? Because I know at one point, my whole life was about me and it wasn't about thee. So today is the day. While you got the breath in your body, let's start seeking God and going to God. not just to be using God, but to be used by God. So we can be better children for God, and that we can know when our eyes close, we will see God. So always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination, and Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.